Hey guys, Chris from Drift Outfitters here, and I'm going to show you how to tie here a pheasant tail, a Hotspot pheasant tail nymph. Very, very simple fly. A couple little tweaks over the traditional pheasant tail, but this is one of my absolute favorite flies. Any given day, any water, really, really like this guy. Just seems to work. So, I've got here a size, this is a 14, Dohiku 302 nymph hook. Use a Hare, use whatever your favorite is. And on here I've got a 3mm copper slotted bead. You can mix up the color of the bead. I like silver for this too. Gold's good. Black really just mix up. Anything goes. Thread, this is a 12-aught red Veevus. I'm going to tie this one in red. The one I had up there was with an orange. You can mix up the colors to your liking. But those are kind of my go-tos there. I'm going to bring up the thread here, and as we've talked about before, slotted bead, non-jig hook. All I'm doing is I'm pushing this bead up toward the top here and then building a thread dam behind to hold it in place, so that once that is secured, the majority of this bead actually does kind of ride above the center line of the hook, and will invert this hook and give us additional clearance between the point and the bead. From there, we'll just take wraps back toward the bend, like so. I'll grab a pinch pheasant tail here, either natural or dyed brown pheasant tail. Very sparse amount. This is just 4 fibers here. I'm just going to take those, tie them in off the back, about the length of the shank or so. Like so, and I'm just going to fold that clump back, like so. I'm going to take the thread up toward the bead, and then here I've just got some small copper wire. Just bring that up under the thread like so. I'll just pull that into length. Oops. There we are. Take that thread back up. I'm going to start wrapping this pheasant tail. Find it easiest just to use the rotary function on your vise for this. Take that up just shy of the bead and tie it off. I'm going to grab my copper wire and, oops, nicked a fiber there, that's all right. Just start wrapping that wire through the body. 3 or 4 wraps is good. I don't bother counter wrapping that. Generally speaking, I find that the spacing between the wraps is a little greater than the pheasant tail, so it usually does a relatively good job of reinforcing it with a little less fuss tying off. And for the thorax section on this fly, this is some Hare's Ear Plus dubbing in shade number 1, natural Hare's Ear. So the Hare's Ear Plus dubbing is it's regular Hare's Ear dubbing mixed with some Antron fibers to give the dubbing a little bit more sparkle to it, a little more sheen. Like so. Just a sparse amount tied in for the thorax. I could actually go a little sparser than that. Take a wrap off. Pluck a few fibers away there. And I'm just going to build up a small hot spot here. Around there should be good. Throw a whip finish on there. Snip away the excess, and then if you want, you can pick out this dubbing behind a little bit if you want. This will happen after you catch a few fish anyway. Pull out a few of the really long fibers. You can see some of that antron coming through and the sheen it gives. That's your Hotspot pheasant tail.